Yes, sir. Man, I can't tell you the last time I fired this game up. This has been a hot mess. What a weekend for me. It has been crazy busy. First and foremost, thank you guys for being patient with me. I fully expected to stream this game on Saturday, like early afternoon. And just with the way things worked out, I didn't get around to doing this until Sunday night at 8:30. And I just appreciate everybody's support and patience. Long story short, getting a new car for the wife and the process of being at the dealership and maneuvering pieces around just sort of took forever for us to figure out how we were going to do it. And things are good. Things are good. Super happy. It's going to work out for us, but it required me to spend a lot of time haggling and making things work and heading to this place and that place. So anyway, finally getting to our Marshall Season 1 Dynasty off season. Excited for this one. Thank you guys for the love and support on the series throughout all of the episodes. It was a blast playing with this team, and I'm really, really excited to get into the off season, see if we can get the roster better, gear up for Season 2. I really wanted to do the off season for this particular game as a live stream, mostly because it's prolonged. It's actually like it takes kind of a while to get through it. And I thought it would be easier to sort of capture it all, plus be able to get the sort of in-person, sort of dialogue with you guys. So yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to do it this way. And I'm excited to get into it. So without too much further ado, I want to open the game, start the process, and we'll see if we can make the Thundering Herd a little bit better for Coach Gerard Mayo's second season in Huntington. Let's dive in. Dirk was going to say last night I didn't get the noti. Yeah, man. It just got crazy. It got crazy for me. Like I said, I didn't plan on being at the dealership for very long, and next thing I know, I'm at the dealership until 8:45 at night. And then we had like 6 or 7. We were at a different dealership for, I don't know, a handful of hours today as well. So it just got kind of wild on me. But no worries. It was a blast. I want to go through and take a look at where we ended the season. Before I jump fully into the offseason, I want to just sort of click through the menus and let's recap where we ended up. 12-1. We finished number 11 in the nation. Obviously, with our finale. Let me go to the team schedule. I guess we can get there through the top 25 polls. I think I can get to my team from here, right? Here's the Marshall team. Yeah. So here we were, 12-1. All of our team leaders. Wells was awesome. 2,200 yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Ali led the way, 1,000 yards rushing, 19 touchdowns, 81 per game. And Willie Johnson, 531, 7 touchdowns was our best receiver. This says Eli Neal. My face is kind of blocking it. Eli Neal, 85 touchdowns. Drayton with 2 interceptions. I mentioned that in the finale episode. I really want us to get to a spot where we are turning the ball over much more frequently than we did this year. And Shane Simmons with 10 sacks. Here was our schedule. Led off the year, Miami. That was our debut episode. Handled them at home. Then we traveled to Virginia, and I think pulled off one of the better upsets of our season. Virginia ended up 8-5 on the year, finished 25th, and we won 35-13 in pretty solid fashion. I was really happy with the way that result turned out. Came back home, beat up on OU 49-14, and then we traveled to Virginia Tech, who at the end of the year, we're going to look back and see that they were 7-6 and ended the season unranked. But that was probably the best roster we faced all season in terms of talent. Those guys were really, really talented. UTSA ended up being a tough one. They ended up 8-6 and played really good ball all year. 21-7. We win. And then this week, what is that? Week 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, week 6. Our week 6 matchup at FAU. They finished the season 9-5, unranked, lose their bowl game, but we go down 23-17. I think that was a turning point for our season. Obviously, it was because we picked up our first loss, but I also thought that it was a really difficult sort of moment for our team to sort of pivot because we were really struggling to score points. 24, 21, 23. We had kind of gone into a slump, and here we were catching an L on the road. And then we faced MTSU. Middle Tennessee State was so tough. Dude, 24-17. We barely beat a 2-10 team. They gave us their absolute best punch, which was insane. I did not expect that from Middle Tennessee State, but they were awesome. Southern Miss smoked them 45-24. 42-14 against a good UAB team. 36-14 at Tulsa. 35-14 at FIU. Played some really, really good games there. And then closed out against a really, really bad ECU team. Beat them 33-0. And of course, Louisville, 6-7, but don't let the record fool you. That team was really, really good. 42-35 in an absolute classic. Required an interception at the end for us to keep them out of the end zone. Super fun sort of process for us. We finished second in the conference. FAU wins. We had the second best record. Technically the best record, but didn't get into that conference championship. That's our big goal for this upcoming season. We want to make sure that we get in to the conference championship and win the conference. I don't want to not win Conference USA next year. That's a big goal for me. So yeah, that's kind of the season reset. And I think moving forward, all we want to do is look towards the future. That's what we want to do. Just kind of wrapping up, Michigan won national championship, beat Alabama 35-28 in the championship game. Bama drops all the way to 5th. Florida, Cincy, Michigan State, and Bama finish your top 5. Texas, Pitt, Wake Forest, North Carolina, and Iowa State round out the top 10. MC, good to see you, brother. Welcome in. Good to see you, Gary. Appreciate you stopping by, bro. We're just taking a look at sort of the way our first season head coach of Marshall, just checking out how it ended up. I thought the season was super fun. And yeah, that's kind of where we were with the team and how things went. Yeah, I was trying to see if there was anybody else from Conference USA in here. My Buckeyes finished 8-5, lost to Michigan, finishing just outside the top 20. Okay, let's take a look. Let's keep it moving. We already kind of went over the All-Americans and the trophy winners and stuff, so I'm not gonna go back over that stuff. I'm not too worried about the bowl games. We saw our bowl game. I'm ready to get into the offseason. So let's advance into the season. I think we've got training results. We've got some recruiting to do. We've got a lot of different things happening in this offseason, and I'm excited for you guys to be here and help it out. B. Porter, it's good to see you, brother. MC, thanks for the love. Is this new? Is what new? This is NCAA14. This is not the new game, if that's what you're asking me, unfortunately. I wish it was. This is our NCAA14 Dynasty with Marshall. So we're playing the revamped version of an old game, but it's such a solid game. It's so fun. I absolutely love it. Coach Gerard Mayo levels up to level 11. 11 levels in one season feels pretty daggone good. And here we are in our team news. We're in a recruiting battle with one team for our top recruit, Jeff Clemens. He's an athlete, but he's a halfback. Porter says, Kimbro on YouTube, is that new? It's not new for me to be on YouTube. It is new for me to stream on YouTube. I wanted to do the off-season stream with you guys, Porter. So that's why we're in here. I'm going to need some advice on plays, some advice on who to recruit, some advice on how to set up the depth chart for the second season. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. Vibe out on a Sunday night, talk through the team, talk about what our season looks like upcoming, set our schedule, all of those things. So it's good to see you, man. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. MC Dirk, iDoubter Frank, love y'all. Appreciate you. Rashid Price, probably my favorite recruit in the class. Rashid Price, we'll dive into him, but he's like a 3-star gem, absolute stud, up to a 75 overall. He's the kind of guy we got to get. I can't let him slip away. John Evans, offensive line depth, got to have it. Clark Newton, rotational DB depth, got to have it. Colton Smith, backup developmental offensive lineman. Trying to bring in as many O-linemen as we can as we lose a lot of guys off of last year's team. We had players win the Jet, the Bronco Nagurski, the Lombardi, and the Remington. We won our bowl game. Ranked first in sacks, ranked first in rushing yards allowed. Apparently, we got all of these different little accolades for our coach, for our boy Coach Mayo. Which is pretty awesome. He's going to get a lot of levels. I don't know how to football. Oh, you're going to know how to football. It's fun. It's fun stuff, B. Porter. Appreciate you stopping in, though, man. I'm having a good time with this game, and I love talking recruiting and team building and roster building, so this is like right up my alley. Growing up, this was like my favorite. Coach Mayo gets a 6-year extension. That's so dope. So we're extended all the way through 2019. Technically, we're playing the 2013 season, so but Coach Mayo's got an extension through 2019. Marshall struggling, 5-7, 7-6, 5-7, and then they jump all the way up to 12-1. I don't know if we'll be able to keep that pace. I don't know if our recruiting will stay at that level, but this was obviously fantastic, great first season. Okay, we've signed our contract. We get a trophy. Let's do it again. Run it back. Coaching carousel. I'm really curious to see what happens with our coordinators. I want to see what's going on with it. So what else do we have in this menu? We've got season stats. Okay, Grant Wells, 77th in passing in the country. Ali, 69, nice in rushing. Willie Johnson, 181. We did not throw the ball as well as I expected us to. That's definitely something we need to do better. Neil Johnson and Bo Plan led basically the entire. I mean, look, we just were dominant on defense in terms of tackles. We just were filling up the top 5. Sack leader, tied with 10 with Jay Joyner from FAU, is our boy Shane Simmons. Interceptions, 249. That's literally the worst part for me. We've got to find a way to get more interceptions. Hamilton from Notre Dame, Sauce Gardner from Cincinnati are also in the top 5. That's just not enough INTs for me. And kicking leaders, we did not kick the ball very much. Longest field goal, 55. A bunch of guys had a 55-yarder. We topped out at 45. Okay. Career stats, team stats. I don't want to go through any of that. I want to see what's up with the coaches. Let's do the coaching carousel. Figure out where our guys are. Okay. Now hiring is USC. Unexpected jobs. I think you start with the USC part. Yeah, I think you do. And then we just see where people go. So, USC looking to hire a head coach. And they extend Coach Williams. LSU, Ed Orgeron out. Ed Orgeron back in. They re-sign Ed. So up next, David Shaw. He signs an extension, staying in Stanford. Gary Patterson at TCU forever. He's back. Colorado head coaching job. Here's the top candidates. Let's see who gets it. Evaluating. This is crazy. I forgot how this works. Luke Fickell. My guy, Luke Fickell, headed to Colorado. He leaves Cincy, and he's going to Colorado. And Cincy's the top unexpected job. That's so fun. They need this. They need this in the new version, NCAA 22, 23, whatever the number's going to be. They've got to have this mode. Let's see. Cincy. Going through their guys. They're going to get Sean Lewis from Kent State. Now Kent State's on the hunt. Okay. Boston College. Lots of good candidates out there. They signed Bill O'Brien. Missouri. They get Jay Johnson from Sparty. I want to skip to my team. How do I skip to that? Skip to my next offer? Are they going to let me do that? Yeah, I'll like move forward in all of this. Evaluating, simulating. I forget how this goes. This is my first offseason doing this. I haven't done an offseason like offline or anything. Okay, let's see. So Josh Gaddis gets hired. PJ Fleck fired. I think that's it, right? Yeah, I think that's it. No teams are offering me jobs, of course, because I'm chilling. I got my contract extension. Unexpected jobs. Okay, that's pretty much it. Yeah, here's all the filled positions. Yeah, we signed our extension, so chilling. Yeah, lots of extensions. I don't think there was anything special going on there. All right, let's move forward to players leaving. Players leaving. Coach Mayo up to level 11. This is always like the most stressful part, the players leaving section. Here's where we ended up with all of the job changes. Let's start with Conference USA. Yeah, let's check out our conference. Okay, an extension for ECU's coach. Extension for ECU's OC. Okay, I want to look at just head coaches. That's who I want to see. Yeah. Okay. Middle Tennessee State starts with, is that Tim Beck? It is Tim Beck. That's funny. Tim Beck is back. Bunch of extensions for everybody else. Yeah, that's it as far as ECU. Did we get a new coordinator? I don't think we did, right? I'm looking at Conference USA. Oh, we did. Yeah, we got a new coach. Who's this guy? Who's Greg Brewer? Gunter Brewer. I don't know who this dude is. Gunter Brewer, our new OC. Wonder where he's coming from. Okay, new OC, Gunter Brewer. And we got Mike Stoops as the DC. Lance Guidry is out. Stoops has been at a bunch of places. I'm excited. I like Stoops. I'll take it. Okay. That's who we'll have going. On to players leaving. Oh, no way. We have a DT wanting to transfer out because he's homesick. Emmanuel Bush, freshman, 67 overall. Very low chance. I don't know. I don't think he's going to play very much. So, no promises to you, sir. I'm just going to let you run back to Coastal. No worries, Emmanuel. I'll holler at you next time. I'm not going to keep a kid who's homesick, especially if he's just transferring. Alex Millette, our center. He's the only guy projected to go in the draft. 6th round pick. I'm surprised. Here's all the guys leaving to graduation. We're losing Gaines. We're losing Salguero, backup linebacker. Starting punter. Xavier Gaines. Legend. Gonna miss Gaines. Gonna miss Brandon Drayton. Backup center. We're gonna miss Nazeeth Johnson. Garrett Morrell, backup tight end, is out of here. Lee Anthony Williams, who is a great player for us, he's out of here. Will Ulmer's out of here, starting left tackle. TJ Johnson, so we're going to lose a couple DTs. Corey McCoy, who made a surprising amount of legitimate plays for us, is going to be out of here. So that sucks. Shane Simmons, our leading sack man, is out of here. Willie Johnson, who of course we love. 82 overall, he's graduating. I'm surprised after winning the Jet, he's not getting some consideration. Okay, only one transfer. No biggie. We can do it. Everybody else is off to graduation. Let's move to the next stage. Transfer request. So I want to export. I do not. I do not want to export. Draft results. Beautiful. Alex Millette, drafted in the 6th round. I wonder by who. I wish it would show you. I wish it would just like put something together for you. I think that would be awesome. Millette in the 6th round, 90 overall. He was a great player for us. Remington Award winner. Do we have anyone wanting to come to Marshall? And we do. Aiden Hubbard, freshman defensive end from Cleveland. 71 overall. Didn't play last year. Redshirted at Northwestern. Looking for a little playing time. 6'4", 235. Here's his stats. 83 speed, 90 acceleration and agility, 78 strength, decent power moves. It's not going to wow you with any of his technician stuff, but he's a heck of an athlete. 87 jumping. I love this. This is a great ad. Aiden Hubbard, great size, great frame. I'm a huge fan of this move. Definitely going to bring him in. I'm in. And Malcolm Folk, freshman from Pottstown, PA, wants to leave Syracuse and come to Huntington. 80 overall speed, pretty slow. 92 acceleration and agility. 51 awareness, not great, but we'll coach him up a little bit. Should be a decent special teamer. 6'1", 200. I wonder, 6'1", 200, does that make him a candidate to play a little linebacker? He might make a decent linebacker for us. We'll have to see what we think about that. Coverage skills are decent. Not a huge hitter. Good pursuit. Solid stamina and injury. Can block shed a little bit. Can press a little bit. He's got an interesting little skill set. He's not a burner, but he's decent enough of an athlete that we could probably make it work. We'll have to see what he fits best. If he fits better as a linebacker, you know, you bulk him up 15 or 20 pounds, put him in the 215, 220 range, you could definitely play him at linebacker. Okay, I like them both. Let's take them both. Advance to the next stage. Fun. I never ever see transfer requests. So I'm actually fired up that we've got a few transfers coming to Huntington. Again, our team news as we get ready for recruiting. Clemens, Price, Evans, Newton, Smith. Clemens and Price are huge ones for us. We've got to find a way to get those two. Get somebody drafted in the 6th round. Give us a little XP for coach. Okay, I wanted to see here. Does it let me see my team? I don't think I can see my team yet. Yeah, I wanted to see the roster and see if those guys are officially on board yet. All right. If not, we'll just dive into recruiting. Here's where we stand. Here's where we stand on our board so far. I'll sort it by biggest lead. These are the guys we've got in the fold so far. John Bass. Love John Bass. He committed. Athlete. Projects to be a wide receiver. Tommy Chambers. Definitely a wide receiver. Let me see if I can get their overalls pulled up here. Yeah, this is probably the page we want to see better. 78 overall, +7 gym for John Bass. Definitely projects to be a wide receiver. Has some running back skills too, though. but I definitely like him at wide receiver. Tommy Chambers, 73 overall, +5 gym. Not a burner, but he's a really solid athlete regardless. Great acceleration. Might be decent in the slot. Great route runner. Decent catcher. He's a better spec catcher than he is a normal catcher, which is bizarre. We lock up 79 overall Kevin Hayes, the kicker. We lock up 68 overall Lamont Carter, who I think he was either our first or our second recruit in the class, and I love Lamont Carter. Great skill set to start with on a freshman. I think he's going to be pretty solid for us over time. We're in the lead for Matt Gonzalez, who we've not gone after very hard. We did get Kenny Jones, a 63 overall tackle project. I want to see his height weight. 6'4", 287, so he's a little slight. But hey, we'll figure out a way to coach him up. Hopefully get him out of here as a low 80s depth starter or swing tackle by the time he's done. A couple guys we're in huge leads for. We were able to lock up James Fuqua, who is a quarterback, 78 overall, 88 speed, 85 throw power, giving me some very strong Grant Wells vibes. I'm excited to see him. Mike Woods, tackle, 66 overall, another project kid. Let's see if we can look at Mike's stats. 6'5", 307, nice big body. Excited for Mike Woods. Already solid strength, pass blocker. Definitely projects to be a left tackle of the future. Scott Ward, depth corner we'd like to bring into the fold. Joe Graham, 69 overall, +6 guard. Excited about this guy. 80 strength walking in the door. 76, 77 in terms of his run block, pass block. Really solid acceleration. He's going to be a good player. I think he's going to be a really good player for us in time. A couple more depth. Running back, outside linebacker. We locked up fullback, which was huge. Isaiah Bishop, 63 overall, +10. Why is that not a gym? He should be. Just a guy we needed. Team needed to get a fullback in the fold. Nathan Berry, 68 overall, defensive end. Excited about him. Great acceleration. Decent enough pass and finesse moves. Hit power. Play rec is already pretty high. Solid for a freshman. Andre Morrison, we inked him, 65 overall depth linebacker. He's got a lot of work to do. Can't really rush the passer. Can't really cover. So we're going to have to see. He's really just a tackling machine. He might make more sense to play middle linebacker or even end. We'll see. 6'4", 202, a little slight. JUCO. A couple guys. Donnie Hark, Clark Newton, Chris Burnett, Andy McDonald, Michael Ivey, Colton Smith are kind of where we are at. And then we'll take a look at the guys we actually need to come after here. We have $11.50 to spend. I'm going to go position by position. We already locked up quarterback. We've got a nice strong lead for Brad. And we've got a decent little lead for Aaron, who's a JUCO halfback. We don't really need halfback. If I go and look at like the team chart, we don't have a strong need. I mean, Rasheen Ali's a freshman. I think we'll probably throw a little bit onto these guys just to make sure, because I wouldn't mind inking them, but it's not going to be a lot. I mean, I'm surprised that Bama, Notre Dame, Ohio State are in on this guy. Aaron is an 80 overall, but he's not a stud athlete. 89 speed. Actually, he's decent and elusive. Decent juke. You know, I actually might want this guy. 80 break tackle. Can't really truck, but he can spin. He's got good carrying. Gives you a little bit in the pass catch game. Yeah, he's not a blow you away athlete, but I feel like we could put 250 on Aaron and see if nobody else goes for him and he'll just bite. I'm not going to put any into Brad, even though Brad's a burner. 93 overall. We've got a huge lead, and if he goes to OU or Western Kentucky, I'm fine. I'm not really worried about it, you know. Okay, we locked up Isaiah Bishop, fullback. Wide receivers, interesting spot here. We've got a couple guys like a Matt Gonzalez who just is ready to sign the papers. Just, what are we doing, Matt? Let's go ahead and just ink the deal already. Andy McDonald, we're in a fight for him, but I'm not sure that I'm really that interested, especially after we signed Tommy Chambers and we know that one of our athletes, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, John Bass is a wide receiver. So I'm going to not put any points into Andy McDonald. I'm not really worried about him. 6'3", 220 is a great frame, but I'm much, much more worried about this fight right here. David Smith, 5-star, number 11 possession receiver, 81 overall. He's a guy, he plays instantly for us if we're able to get a guy like David Smith into the fold. So I'm probably going to put like 2,500 into him. I mean, he's a massive target for us. We've got a long way to go on him, but let's start with 2,500 and see how the rest of the points allocated works out. We're in a fight with Utah State. We've got a better lead. Nobody else is really in the fight with us. And I mean, this type of skill set, it's just crazy right here. It's just crazy. TK, what's up, man? I will check Discord when I'm done. But I'm glad you made it home. Hope it was a blast in Bama. Chris Burnett, 69 overall. Another possession guy. Doesn't really blow me away as an athlete. He's just okay. He's okay. Can't really catch. So I'm not really worried about him either. I think between Chambers, Bass, and this guy, and David Smith, I'm chilling it at wide receiver. So let's keep it moving. No tight end recruits in the cycle. We already locked up our 2 tackles, even though they're depth guys. Already brought them in. We're doing great, TK. It's lovely to see you. Dirk, thanks for the lurk still. We're vibing out. Checking out the recruiting. This is like the off-season recruiting before we actually get into looking at what the roster looks like for next year. We've got Joe Graham in the fold, 69 overall. Colton Smith. I certainly would like to bring in a guy like Colton Smith, but I'm not going to blow the bank on him. I mean, we've got a 20-point lead on Western Michigan. I think that's Western Michigan. I mean, I'd like to have him, but I'm not like... I feel like you could get a guy like Colton Smith in literally every class. 6'6", 277, great body, great frame. Doesn't really blow you away, though, with any trait, skill, with strength, pass blocking, run blocking, anything like that. So let's put a little 250 on him. See what's up. John Evans, though, he's a priority for me. We're down 500 to La Tech and Temple. And I would love to bring him in this class. So 6'2", 303, already a 73 overall with great strength and great pass blocking. He's a competitor for day one starter at left tackle or at left guard. So let me throw like 1,000 on him, and then we'll come back and we'll revisit all these numbers. But just to kind of put him in perspective in terms of how much we value him as a player. No sinners. Jesse Davis. We've got Nathan Berry already locked up. We don't have to bring in a ton of defensive ends. We didn't lose a ton, and we did bring a guy in that transfer. That kid from Northwestern. So Jesse's already got a huge lead. We just need to maintain it on a guy on a team like Bowling Green. Let's throw 200 on Jesse. 64 overall isn't a great kid. He's not going to come in and compete. But depth at defensive end is obviously going to be something we need to keep an eye on. He's fine. He's got decent stuff. His power move and finesse move is fine. 237, 6'2". He's a little slight, so just a guy, just a jersey. That's fine. All right, here's one of the big ones. Rasheed Price. Look at this. He's a 3-star, 6'3", 269 from South Carolina. And he turned out to be a gem, 75 overall. And you know we've lost a couple defensive tackles, at least 2. So a guy like Rasheed is somebody we've really got to go after. So I'm thinking we're going to put like probably 3,000 on Rasheed. I keep calling him Rasheed like it's Ali. Let's start with 3,000. And then, like I said, we'll revisit everything. We've got a little bit of room left. We're behind 785 to South Carolina. I would love to get this guy out of his home state and bring him to Huntington. He'd have a chance to play very early. I mean, he really would. Playing time is one of his top 3, so I would love to have him come in and really think about it. Martin Morris, 68 overall. Not nearly the player that Rasheed is, but a guy that I would love to add to the fold just as a depth piece. We're trailing Tennessee, so I'm thinking we add a couple hundred, maybe 300 on this kid. See if Tennessee is a little busy, but we'll start there. Linebackers. Lamont Carter, Andre Morrison already in the class. So I'm really happy with these guys. Joey Brown, 63 overall. We're not really in on him. We're a late offer. I don't think he's got any scholarships from anybody else. We do need outside linebacker, so let me throw like a $100 bill at him Nothing crazy for Joey. Having already sort of scouted him, he's not really a breakaway guy at any rate. But we do need some depth, and I don't see us getting a guy like Alan Dunbar. I think we're out on a guy like Alan Dunbar. So let's take him off the list. Cedric Smith, huge lead. And Donnie Hawk, huge lead. So these guys are definitely way more important to me than Joey Brown is. So let's go ahead and add some to these guys. Let's go maybe like 350 for Cedric. And I like Donnie Hawk a lot. So let's go like a 400. 425 is fine. We'll just start here. 6'4", 217 for Donnie. Trying to pull him out of Delaware. 89 speed, 87 acceleration. He can tackle. He's very smart. Play rec is high. Decent enough coverage. I see him as a hitting machine. He's maybe a good candidate to slide over to middle linebacker. So I would love to have Donnie Hawk. Great linebacker name too, Hawk. My guy. 80 speed, Cedric Smith. A little bit less of a player than Donnie, but does some other stuff much better in terms of his pass rush. Not quite the athlete, but we're trying to keep him from going to Clemson or Buffalo. 6'5", 223. So good frame. Could potentially look at defensive end as well. No middle linebacker prospects. So because of that, that's why I'm all in on a few outside linebackers, because I think a couple guys can slide over, which would be great. I think they could both do that. Scott Ward and Clark Newton. Not really like blow you away guys at corner, but we need a few. We lost a Corey McCoy. We lost another corner too, didn't we? Lee Anthony Williams. So I would love to just ink these guys real quick. We got a huge lead for Scott Ward. So Scott, stop playing games. Let's just go ahead and get into it. We got a decent little lead for Clark. I would like to maybe give Clark a little bit more. Maybe go 250 on Clark. Like I said, not like completely necessary. We're pretty deep at corner, but I'd like to at least get one in the class. We did bring in the transfer at free safety, which is lovely. That fits nicely. And we've got a really low profile 3-star tackling machine from Hawaii, Rob Johnson. We're kind of in on him, but not great. We're the only team that's offered. Not a great tackler. Only a zone coverage kind of guy. Not great speed. Not really worried about Rob. Let's throw like 50. See if he bites. He probably won't. We did get Kevin Hayes in the class, so I love that. I'm super excited about Kevin Hayes. And no punters, but after inking John Bass, who projects to be a wide receiver, we've got Michael Ivey and Jeff Clemens, who Jeff is a priority. Michael Ivey, 6'3", 222. We're in a fight with Georgia Tech for him. And let's see, what does he project to be? Well, he's not running the ball. It's not an offensive guy. With the tackle ratings, he's probably a linebacker. Yeah, this guy's probably a linebacker. Only a little bit of coverage. Yeah, hit power, play rec, a little bit of pursuit. Michael projects to be a linebacker. So let's give like 100 to Michael. I'm not worried about him. I've got a lot of other linebacker prospects that I really like. So we'll throw 100 on him, and we'll give the rest basically to Jeff. Jeff projects to be a halfback. 6 foot, 203, 5-star out of Mississippi. Moss Point. Who are we in a fight with? I don't even recognize that Wolfpack team. Is that NC State's like updated logo? I'm not sure, but 88 speed. Let's see the break tackle. Yeah, he's a halfback. 81 break tackle, 84 elusive. Spin and juke moves are fantastic, and he can throw the ball a little bit. So definitely a weapon, the kind of weapon we definitely want to bring in. If we can't get the JUCO halfback, I think his name is Gatewood, Aaron. I would love to have a guy like Jeff in this class, because we could turn around and spell our boy Ali with a dynamic athlete like Jeff. 2550, 25.5. So let's see. I want to go back through and take a look at these. Yes, who we're in battles with. I want to make sure these numbers kind of make sense for us. It doesn't say we're in a battle for oh, we can make visits this time too, can't we? Yeah, I think, wait. Can we set up visits for right now? No, we can't. I was going to say, I don't remember what everything you can do at this stage. Yeah, we can't make visits, even though a lot of these guys are ready. They just were ready like too late. Okay, let's sort by largest deficit, percent locked. I guess maybe rank? No, it's got to be by overall. Yeah, let's check it out by overall. I feel decent. 2,500 on David Smith. That's okay. Aaron Gatewood, 245. That's not a lot, but I don't see Bama or Notre Dame coming after him. 2,500 on Jeff. I think I'm comfortable with that. 3,000 for Rashid. I definitely feel like he's a more important piece for us. John Evans, 1,000. I would love to get him. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We do have Joe Graham in this class. Clark Newton and Donnie Hawk. Backup defensive tackle Morris. Cedric Smith. Rob Johnson. You know what? I'll take the 50 off of Rob. I don't think I'm interested. We'll take 50 off of Michael Ivey. We'll repurpose that to other guys. We won't put any into Brad. Jesse at 200. What if we go Jesse at 150? Now let's go Jesse at 125 because we got a huge lead for him. We got a huge lead for Scott Ward. Let's go 150 for you. I'm not even interested in Joey Brown. Let's just go ahead and back that off all the way. 2-star kid. We're 7th on the list. No, thank you. Wouldn't mind a Colton Smith, especially if we feel like we're gonna miss out on the other guard. Matt Gonzalez, huge lead, literally like 15 points for you. Yeah, let's put 250 on Colton Smith. I think we might lose that one. I feel like other teams are gonna have more points, but that should free up a little bit for us to throw more on guys we really need. And I feel like between Jeff and David, we need to bolster theirs because we really got to make a strong push for both of those guys. Yeah, let's go like another 26 and 26. Yeah, we could probably do 27 and like 27. Yeah, 26-4. Okay, I like it. That's what we're going to decide to do. That's what we're going to leave it as far as points. I'm fired up. Let's see if we get lucky. The class is kind of small but decent. I mean, there's some solid guys there. Let's take a look. Here's the depth chart. Here's where we stand. Obviously, Grant Wells. I'll auto reorder here. Grant Wells, QB1. Zaban and Cam Fancher. Ollie, Evans, McDaniel, Payne. Need a fullback. Need a couple wide receivers. Gamage, Keaton, Ahmed, McMillan, and Scarcelli are the only ones coming back. Devin Miller, tight end 1, going to have an opportunity. Hayden Hagler, Amir Richardson. It's a couple guys who are going to push at tight end. Driscoll in line to start at left tackle. We definitely need some training results for him. Same for McGee, redshirt senior. Everhart, we're obviously looking at a downturn at O-line. Osborne, who had a good sophomore year, I guess redshirt freshman year. And Murphy, his backup. Sartor returning, but I think he's going to get pushed by Dalton Tucker. We'll just have to see how that plays out. O-line, not the best. Not the best. Porter and Charlie Gray at left end. Cumberlander coming back at right end for his senior year. Jamari returns as a redshirt senior. Kroom will be back. Carpenter and Taylor. Tyreek Bell, who had a good first year with us, and Jacorian Anderson. Eli Neal returns. Anderson is his current backup. Jeremy Smith, the free safety, in the mix. Beauplan is also back. Excited to see how he develops. Would love to see Beauplan get to like 75 speed from that 72. That would be lovely. Gilmore returns. CB1. Micah Abraham jumps into CB2 role. Bowers, our punt returner, he's in the mix. And Daytwan Smith. We're definitely going to need a little corner help. EJ Jackson steps in for Nazi Johnson. And Naquan Reynolds is going to fight with freshman Josh Hardiman for strong safety. We definitely need training results. We have Ciucci at kicker, and we don't have a punter, so we're probably going to slide one of those guys over to punt for us. That's our depth chart. Team needs. Looking for a center. One of those guards will slide over to center, so we won't be without there. Same with middle linebacker. We won't be without because we're going to have a bunch of outside linebackers. We'll just move a guy or two over to middle linebacker, and same with the specialist. We already inked a kicker, so I'll figure out which one, Ciucci or the kicker, can slide over to punt. All right, without further ado, let's take a look. Let's see how we did in the recruiting. Signing day is upon us. TK, it's good to see you, man. I hope Alabama was fun. I hope all the races were fun and you had a good time getting a chance to watch everything down there. And here we go. We lose out on David Smith, the wide receiver, but the depth at wide receiver was already going to be fine. We miss out on the 5-star. He was a good player, but I'm not mad about adding John Bass. So I'm not too broken up by that. We do snag Jeff Clemens, who's going to be a great number 2, pushing with Sheldon Evans to back up Ali. Rashid Price comes in, might be an impact starter. He's going to push Kroom to be right behind or right in the mix with Jamari Edwards. We lose out on John Evans. I didn't know if 1,000 points was going to be enough to bring a guy like him in. We miss out on Clark Newton and Donnie Hawk, who I liked. Really liked Donnie Hawk. Depth defensive tackle Morris would have been nice to add. We do add Cedric Smith, the outside linebacker, which is great. Rob Johnson, the safety, who we didn't really care about. He's out of here. Michael Ivey, athlete, we didn't care about. He's out of here. Brad, didn't care about him. He's going to OU. Jesse Davis goes to Florida State. We do add Scott Ward, the other cornerback, to the mix. Joey Brown, we didn't care about. Colton Smith, we lose out to West Virginia, and Matt Gonzalez is headed to Pittsburgh. So we obviously didn't ink everybody we were looking at, but aside from the David Smith and Evans misses, I'm not really bent out of shape on anybody. I would have loved Donnie Hawk. I had a phenomenal time. I'm glad you had so much fun, TK. I can't wait to hear more about it. We do officially sign a 5-star in this class, 3-star, top 10 prospect. I'm excited. It was a good time there. Let's check out signing day. See where we ended up. Yeah, here we go. Gatewood decides not to go anywhere. Same with McDonald and Burnett. Those guys just didn't commit. We lose Olsen to OU, Gonzalez to Pitt, which again, I wasn't really interested in either of those guys. Evans Hurts, would have loved to have gotten him, but we needed way more points to beat out LA Tech or Temple. Colton Smith, we miss out to Western Michigan by 300. That hurts. But we do get Clemens and Price, which is massive. Jesse Davis, the defensive end, which we weren't worried about. He goes to Florida State. We do ink Scott Ward. We beat out Toledo for his services. We just miss out to Boise State for Clark Newton. Michael Ivey barely picks Georgia Tech. Donnie Hawk, we were not even close with Rutgers. He's one I'm definitely gonna miss. Check out. I wish we could see his actual stats, because he actually had great stats, great speed for Donnie Hawk. Cedric Smith, we do ink, which I'm excited for. We do miss out on David Smith by 475 points. That breaks my heart. Going to Utah State as a 5-star possession receiver. That's crazy. Rob Johnson, Toledo. Morris to Nebraska. We barely miss out on him. Brown to USC as a 2-star 63 overall. What are you doing? You're never going to play there. Bass, Jonesberry. Okay, there's the rest of our class committed. Let's see how it actually looks on paper. Let's look at the top classes. Marshall. Coach Mayo comes in 51 overall in the country. 1 5-star, 2 4-stars in the class, 9 3-stars, 1 2-star, and a couple 1-stars. 16 total. So not a huge class, but certainly between the 2 transfers who aren't listed here, we actually brought in 18 new players, and I'm really excited to see them. Here's how the class looks like from top to bottom. We filled needs. We got a bunch of future guys who I think not only can help us next season, but some project guys that I think will be able to help us. And we got QB1 of the future. Can't be upset about that. Pretty happy about how that turned out. Beautiful. I like it. Actually, I want to go back and see who was the top school. Who had the top class? I wish we could sort it by Conference USA, like by conference. That'd be cool. Oklahoma brings in the top class in the country. Nebraska, Notre Dame, Georgia, Texas, Clemson, Ohio State. Oklahoma State, Florida State, North Carolina in the top 10. Penn State, Ole Miss, Michigan comes in at 13 after the national championship season. No 5 stars. Florida inked 3. Let's see who had the most. Penn State, North Carolina, Florida tied with 3. West Virginia, USC, Oklahoma, and a host of others with 2. Oklahoma adds 10 4 stars. That's a lot of solid players there. After a 5-7 season for Oklahoma. That's insane. Boise State, 17 3 stars. Good class for Boise State. Georgia State with all the 2 stars. Western Kentucky and West Virginia with the 10 1-star recruits. Pittsburgh brings in 25 as well as Cincinnati. That's pretty much it. Okay, that helps. That helps. Let's advance to the next stage. Position changes. I love position changes. Absolutely love them. Let's see how we did. I want to look at it from position to position. Okay. Here's how the quarterback depth chart looks. Fuqua coming in, instantly the backup for us if Wells goes down. Love his athletic profile, 88 speed. Not as agile or the acceleration, but we can build it up over time. Cam Fancher, sneakily, 89 on his acceleration and awareness. That's pretty awesome. Packer Taco, what's up? Welcome in. We're looking at our position changes, seeing if we want to move anybody around on the roster. Doing our thing. Let's actually start with the athletes. Let's start there first, and then we'll kind of look at the positions. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Jeff Clements projects to be a 79 overall quarterback. I don't think we want to do that with Fuqua in the mix. He's also a 79 at halfback. He's only a 71 at wide receiver. Let's see if he can do anything else, including anything on defense. No, he is terrible. So he's got to be a halfback for me. 5-star player goes to halfback. John Bass, 78 overall. Love John Bass. He's a 79 quarterback, 75 halfback. He's a 78 wide receiver. Obviously can't play along any of the lines and cannot play DB. So I've got John Bass as a wide receiver, and I'm totally okay with that. Okay, so here, we talked about Fuqua and Wells. Tentatively, Clemens slots in as the second best halfback. Obviously, we're going to have some training results coming up. But so far, so good. Clemens is definitely going to be in the mix and be able to show us what he can do in year 1. Isaiah Bishop comes in and is instantly the top fullback for us. 1-star from Florida. Wide receiver. Jeez, we've got so many guys. Gamage and Bass, Keaton and Chambers. So the 2 youngsters slot in to be tentatively in the mix in the top 4. They'll definitely be in the top 5. Ahmed Scarcelli, McMillan, Jack Stakem. What a great name. Miles Williams, great size. Chancellor Bright, 6'4", 169. What? That dude. I don't think any of these guys can play anything else. So I think we're just going to kick it for now. Oh, and there's one more. EJ Horton at wide receiver. That's a lot of wide receivers. We're probably going to have a cut fiesta going on. We had to add Robert Horn, a 1-star. They just threw this guy on the roster, so we'll definitely be sliding him out of the way here pretty soon. Depth tight end. Driscoll and Woods. Woods, the 3-star freshman. He's in the mix in the 2 deep at tackle. McGee at guard. Everhart at center. So we definitely want to spread this out. Joey Graham, 69 overall freshman. I wonder if we take a look at Graham we keep him at right and we slide Murphy or Osborne to left. Let's see. How would that do our depth? We definitely are going to need some help with James McGee, but James might start. So what if we slid Jack Murphy over there? And Osborne can fight with Graham for left guard. Actually, we need both. We kind of need both of those guys to go over. We kind of do. I just realized because we need a center too. Osborne, could he start at center? 328 for Everhart. That's great size for a youngster. Let's slide Osborne to left guard. And then do we have anybody else who can play guard or center? Do we have anybody who can play backup center? We got Dalton Tucker. Sartor, they're going to fight back and forth. 6'4", 287 with a run blocking. Not a lot of agility. Let's see. Could Jones play on the inside? He kind of needs to be agile to be in this system. His 54 agility is going to be terrible. Maybe you should be a left tackle with that horrid agility. Oh my God, I just looked. Ethan Driscoll is 6'9", 314. What? What a freaking mountain of a man. My God. Okay, 6'7", 6'7", 6'4", and then 6'5". Jacob Kirkendall, redshirt senior. He feels like he should probably be the backup center. Yeah. 64 overall. Okay. We're definitely going to need to keep hammering away at O-line because these guys are not ideal. We don't have... Do we have a single player over 70 overall? Driscoll will be. McGee probably will be. Everhart might. Graham will not. Yeah. The offensive line is going to be a struggle in Huntington. I'll tell you that. Moving to the D-line. Left end. Porter and Gray. Daniel Foster also in the mix there. Right end. Now this is where it's going to be interesting. Transfer Aiden Hubbard. 71 overall with 83 speed. I kind of like that skill set. I actually wouldn't mind seeing if he can slide over and push Porter for some snaps. I kind of like that. Charlie Gray's tiny. Because I don't want Hubbard to get stuck behind Cumberlander. So let's slide him over to left end. That leaves us with Alston, freshman Nathan Berry, and Sam Burton. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So 4 left ends, 4 right ends. I think Hubbard's going to get a chance to get training results too. So 90 acceleration, 90 agility, 83 speed. That's just so good. That's like, I can't pass that up. I got to give him a chance. Even if Owen Porter has to be the guy who loses out. So those transfers were awesome. I can't wait to see those guys play. Edwards, going to be a stud. Price coming in with a great skill set already. He might not even get caught by Kroom. But Kroom's obviously going to play. 85 strength, 83 acceleration, and agility. Great awareness. Kroom's going to play. Kroom's going to play. Even if Price is in the mix. Okay, let's see here. Kyron Taylor, we've got a lot of seniors. We're losing 4 defensive tackles. So getting Price was so important for us. Jesus. I didn't even realize that. 4 tackles and nobody we can redshirt. That's insane at DT. Not even Kaufman. All right. Looking like 2 guys at left outside linebacker. Cedric Smith currently in the mix. Eli is back. And then here's where we got a couple guys. Beauplan and Bell. I think Bell probably needs to play left outside linebacker officially. Yeah, Bell looks like he needs to slide over for his senior year to left outside linebacker. Lamont Carter, Jacorian Anderson. I wonder if Anderson makes sense to back up Eli Neal. Yeah, because Carter we're gonna basically want to play as soon as our boy Beauplan moves on. That's tough. I don't know. I don't know which one I want more. Because Lamont doesn't move very well. He's not very agile. Jacorian Anderson might be the kind of guy who we want to play after. Yeah, let's let Lamont learn behind our boy Eli Neal for a couple seasons. Let him season up. He'll be good in this offseason and probably the next. Okay, that's good. I like that. Our linebackers are slight, not very heavy. 6'2", 210 for Tyreek Bell. That is little. Here we are at corner. Gilmore, Abraham, Bowers, Smith, and Ward at the moment. Here we are at free safety. Jackson, Folk, and Smith. I'd love to see Folk come on, huh? Let's get Folk a little bit of athleticism in the training results. Get him some speed. Would love to see Malcolm Folk come in and play. Reynolds, Hardiman, Martin, and Evans. JoJo Evans. I don't think any of those guys could probably play anything else. So I think we're going to probably have to keep them. Now, is anybody oversized? Like a guy like this, Kieran Martin. Should we slide him into something like linebacker? Now let's see what his tackling ratings are. Because if he can hit a little bit, 65, 71. Power moves, finesse moves. I kind of feel like I might want to slide him into linebacker. Let's see what his results look like, but he might be okay at linebacker. Yeah, he only drops a couple points if we move him to linebacker. So, and what's his speed again? 81. Let's see if we slide him to left outside linebacker to compete after Bell leaves. That's what I'm interested in. Kicker, we got Hayes and Ciucci. I want to see who's got the better boot. Let's check out the kick power. Wow. Hayes, 84 and 75. Ciucci, a redshirt junior. Yeah, I think we move Ciucci to punter, because all he needs is a boot. We don't need the accuracy. So yeah, we'll slide Ciucci to become punter number 1. Sorry, Shane. A little bit of a demotion, but we punt the ball. We punt the ball a decent amount. So, okay. I think that covers all the position changes. Lock those in. It's crazy to me that, look, after we have the exodus of seniors, our top 5 players are all returning starters, but our next 4 are guys who we brought in the class. That's crazy to me. And the guy underneath that's Eli Neal, who needs to take a meteoric rise because he's a stud. It's just crazy that the class needed to be that good for us to replace all of that talent. So, okay, position changes. Lock him in. Let's go to the next stage. Training results. Oh, yeah. Hey, I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for the love and support on this. I'm absolutely loving it. Can't wait to see what we do in season 2. A little nervous about the run game and the O-line. We're going to try our best to make it work. Training results. Oh, boy. That's what we like to see. +5 for Grant Wells, QB1. Up to an 84 speed, 95 agility, 95 acceleration. As a redshirt sophomore, what an absolute stud. 89 awareness. Let me check out the throwing stats. Oh, yeah. 88 throw power, 87 throw accuracy for Grant Wells. And he's going to be really, really dynamic this year. Juke moves and spin moves are still up there. He's not very elusive, though, despite the athleticism at 65 elusiveness, which is crazy to me. Awareness up to an 89. Yeah. Zaban and Fancher, they also get +5 boosts, which is wonderful. They're both probably going to sit behind James Fuqua, though, to be honest. They're probably both going to be on the bench behind Fuqua. Oh, boy. Big-time moves for Rasheen Ali, +5, up to an 89 overall in his redshirt sophomore year. 86 speed, which is good. I would have loved a little bit more, but hey, I'll take it. Rasheen is a bowling ball, so I'll take it. 88 agility and acceleration. His awareness is 88. Break tackle, 85. Trucking, 78. Elusiveness, 85. Ball carrier vision. Stiff arm, spin move, juke, carry. He can do it all. He's really solid. The best route runner of the group as well. Highest catching. Love it. Love it for Rasheen. Can't wait to see him be more involved. We're going to need him. We're going to need him big time, especially as this O-line struggles. But Sheldon Evans with a +6. His redshirt senior year, he comes on. Up to an 86 speed. Comparable agility and acceleration. He's a little bit less aware. Can't really break tackles as well. But he's pretty significantly elusive with great ball carrier vision and a stiff arm. So, Sheldon. I definitely see Sheldon. He was always going to be in the mix. But Jeff Clemens, he might have to wait a little bit because Sheldon made a big-time move. Knowledge McDaniel, true junior, might just catch a red shirt this year. Not going to lie, 78 overall. He's got Ethan Payne behind him, and we've got the other true freshman coming in. We'll see. I think one of the red shirts is either going to go to McDaniel or to Clemens. Might be Clemens, but we'll have to see because Knowledge McDaniel might be the guy next, and we might need to hang on to him. Great agility and acceleration. Not much in terms of break tackle or trucking, but he's elusive. Doesn't have a stiff arm, but he can spin and juke, which is solid. Yeah, he might be a strong candidate as a true junior to get the red shirt. Payne gets a +5 boost as well. No data on fullback because we didn't have a returner. Corey Gamage +6. Let's go. No speed boost for Corey, but he's more agile, better acceleration, much better awareness. Can carry it, a little elusive. He's obviously not the he's not the yards after catch guy, but up to an 88 overall with 89 catching, 75 spec catch, 77 catch in traffic, and a 78 route running. By far our best wide receiver on the team. Super, super excited for him. Talik Keaton up to a 78, 87 speed. Talik had a really solid off season. A little more elusive. Got a +4 in his catching. +3 in his spec catch. Still not a great route runner, but you know he had the drop, so I'll take plus whatever in Talik's catching. Insane. Redshirt junior up to a 78. Ahmed, McMillan, Scarcelli, Bright, Williams, Stakem all made moves. Really curious about how that's going to work out. We got a lot of juniors and seniors here. Chancellor Bright, 6'4", 173. Would be dope to get him a little bit more action. Jack Stakem. Yeah, +5s and 4s for all these guys other than Ahmed, who didn't really have a great offseason. Not sure how much he'll be involved. 6', 172, not great size. Also no good speed, so might be a guy we let go. Caleb McMillan, though, 6'3", 215, could be a breakout. We'll see. Stones Carcelli, we need him to make some plays this year. Devin Miller gets a +5. That's solid. He's not Xavier Gaines, but he's a really, really solid tight end. He was a great tight end, too, for us last year. Really reliable hands. He's a good athlete. Great awareness. Not a lot of wiggle. Not a ton of athleticism, but an 81 catch, 76 spec catch, and then 78 catch in traffic with an 80 route running, 81 jump. So we're definitely going to be using Devin in his redshirt senior year. Shout out to the real Devin Miller. We're linked up on Instagram. He's a great guy. I've had a lot of fun talking to the real Devin Miller in real life. Hagler +5. That's important. We're going to need him to step up big time. Probably catch a lot of balls as TE2. And Amir Richardson also +4 up to a 70 in his sophomore season. Left tackle Ethan Driscoll only gets a +3. That kind of hurts my soul. He's up to an 88 strength, 72 overall. Let's see what he looks like in terms of his pass blocking and run blocking. 78 and 79 with 79 impact block. That's not horrible. It's okay. Not a lot of stamina for the big guy. But he's okay. I'll take a guy like Ethan Driscoll. I'm not mad about it. 72. 88 strength. Definitely going to be plenty to hold up. 6'9", 323. Can you imagine being 6'9", 323? Jesus. What's going on, Beard? It's lovely to see you, my guy. Appreciate you stopping in. We're just checking out my Marshall team, doing the off-season stuff. So we're seeing how much these guys have trained and how good they've gotten since the last time we played as we get ready for season 2 in the series. Checking out some of these guys, looking at the depth chart. I love this. Roster building, this kind of stuff, right up my alley. So thank you guys for stopping in. James McGee, the redshirt senior, gets 5+ boost. He's up to a 73 overall. Osborne, the sophomore, starter from last year. We slid him over to left guard. He's up to a 72. I'm definitely going to want to see how these guys play sort of throughout the spring, because we got to figure out who's going to be the starter. And I'm not necessarily like married to the redshirt senior just for no good reason. So we'll see. Oh, this is massive. Chris Everhart, +7 boost. A +7 boost for him. Up to a 74. That is huge, huge, huge. He's a redshirt freshman. He's got a chance to fill out and turn into a Remington candidate, I'd say, by the time he's a junior or senior. That'd be awesome. I'm going to see what his boost is on his blocking numbers. Where is it? I didn't go far enough. That's why. Okay. +5, +4, and +3. Same with Kirkendall, which is actually kind of crazy. Those guys both had great off seasons, but serviceable. Definitely serviceable. I can make it work with that. This used to be my game back in the day. I loved it, Beard. Oh, I love this game so much. So many hours in this game. I'm so happy to have it back. If you haven't seen it yet, the revamped version, you can kind of see the logo. Wait for it. It's on PC. Yeah, right here. It's kind of hidden behind my camera. College Football Revamped, the guys who redid all these menus and stuff, added the ESPN overlays and the presentation elements. Oh, so good. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Jack Murphy +4. Let me go back to Jack. Jack Murphy +4. Right guard. It's okay. Redshirt freshman. We got some youngsters on the offensive line, man. Redshirt freshman at center. Redshirt freshman at right guard. Potentially redshirt sophomore at left guard. Redshirt sophomore at left tackle. The only real elder statesman we have is at right tackle. Both Sartor and Tucker. Sartor was the starter last year from Sharonville, Ohio. Shout out. We'll have to see. Tucker, Sartor. I wonder if one of these guys. I mean, it would be a waste to have two guys sort of backing each other up and not playing. I definitely think we're going to play Ethan Driscoll. Maybe somebody slides into guard. I don't know. Maybe right guard for a guy, for one of these guys, for Tucker or Sartor, whoever loses the battle. I don't know if they're good, like how good they are, but it's worth a conversation. So that's our situation. Yes, definitely check it out, Beard. It's an easy download. There's a couple different YouTube videos you can look at that'll show you how. But I am playing this on PC with a controller plugged in. It's the most amazing thing. You don't need the disc. You don't need a former copy of the game. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Okay, here we go. Left end. Owen Porter. +5 boost. Love that for Owen Porter. Decent athleticism. I want to see his skills in terms of rushing the passer, because if he's not like miles and miles ahead of a guy like Aiden Hubbard, we're just going to play the transfer. Okay, he's a much better tackler. He's got a higher tackle power. He's a power move specialist and a finesse move specialist. So Porter can rush the passer. That's actually pretty dope to know. A little bit less in play rec and pursuit. But looking at Hubbard, Hubbard's obviously the less refined player. He's much more the athlete. So I'm curious to see. Hubbard got a great boost to +5. He's up to a 76. So Hubbard's definitely going to be in the mix. He definitely will, but I don't know who's going to actually start, the freshman or the redshirt junior. Happy to have two guys over there, though, because Shane Simmons is 10 sacks. We're going to have to replace that production big time. Charlie Gray +4. Daniel Foster +5. These guys are just kind of sitting, waiting in the wings. Good to see them up over 70 overall, though, so far. Kobe Cumberlander gets a +4 boost to 77 overall. Interesting. I wonder if Kobe is the odd man out this year. He had a really good year last year, but you could make a case that Aiden is ready to take his place. Let's look at his stats. 24 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 6 sacks. So Kobe was solid. 1 forced fumble. He definitely made plays last season. Let's see. Power moves. Yeah, he's got decent moves. Great hit power. Great pursuit. I mean, Kobe Cumberlander probably still needs to play quite a bit. And got a huge boost to his awareness. He's a 56 overall on his awareness. What is his awareness so low for? Kobe, can we read the playbook, brother? Can we get in there? Backups Alston and Sam Burton get +5 boosts. That's lovely. Sam Burton looks like he could get a little action as well. 83 speed. I don't hate that. That's pretty solid. Alston, much, much bigger. I wonder if he's a candidate to slide over to defensive tackle next year. We'll see. Frank the Tank, can I get a 30-second recap? Yes, you can. Let me start here. Here is where we are on the recap. We had a really solid recruiting class. We missed a couple guys. We missed a 5-star wideout who I thought we could get. We just lost out to him. But we already had a couple good wideouts in the fold. We lost a depth guard who probably could have pushed to be in the mix because our offensive line is in shambles. But we have a couple solid guys. Like, we already had a wide receiver in the class. We actually had 2 that I liked. We already had a guard in the class that I liked. So it wasn't like the worst thing in the world. But it would have been nice to add those guys. Just not enough points in the recruiting to bring them back. Added a halfback. Added an important defensive tackle who we're about to talk about. Guys who we are just sort of must-gets in the recruiting cycle that we did get, which is good. A couple outside linebackers, a corner for depth. So nothing crazy in the off-season recruiting, but it's a good class. We finished the class 51 overall, 1 5-star, a handful of 2 stars and the rest 3s and 2s. But it's a good class. Offensive line is definitely the team's weakness. And as we look at the training results, a couple of the most important positions had huge moves. Grant Wells, +5 up to a 94 overall. Jamari Edwards, +5, 89 overall, who we haven't even talked about yet. We were about to go to him. Ali gets a +5. Corey Gamage, wide receiver 1, gets a +6. We love to see it. Haven't even looked at Eli Neal yet, but he gets a +5. So, yeah, super, super solid. I'm seeing a lot of things that I like in terms of the training results and how well the team progressed in the offseason. New offensive coordinator, Mike Stoops, defensive coordinator. So a couple new coaches into the fold that we'll have to take a look at. Otherwise, we've just been recapping what happened with last year's team, sort of where we were, kind of places we need to fill out. So yes, any freshman day one starters. So interestingly enough, I'm kind of working through it. I don't know if he's going to start as a freshman, but we got a transfer. And the transfer for a team like us is actually super helpful. Aiden Hubbard, 76 overall, comes in as a transfer from Northwestern. Kind of solid, gets a +5 bonus, 84 speed, 91 agility, 92 acceleration. He's by far the best athlete on the defensive line. But the guy who was in here with him, yeah, Sam's brother. It actually might be Sam's brother from Cleveland. I think it is Sam's brother, because wasn't Sam from Ohio too? Yeah, but he was from Cincinnati. We'll say it's Sam's brother. We'll say that his family moved to Cleveland after Sam got drafted. But yeah, so anyway, Aiden Hubbard is probably our strongest candidate for freshman starter. There's a couple guys in the offensive line who are probably going to stop in. But yeah, Aiden Hubbard, I really like his skill set. He's not quite the refined pass rusher as Porter or Cumberlander, who's returning. You've heard Kobe Cumberlander's name. But I like Aiden Hubbard to get it in the mix this year. If not this year, a lot next year, because he's got a lot going on. Kangwin in the building. I love you, brother. It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I'll check the speed here in a little bit. I was going position by position, so we'll take a look at the rest. Okay, check this out. We got Jamari Edwards getting a +5 boost, which is crazy. He was an absolute stud. He's up to 99 awareness. I mean, he's just too talented. He should have went to the draft. What is he doing? 89 overall. Could stand to use a little bit more strength out of Jamari, but he's going to be just ridiculous in terms of his overall skill set. Let's see his rush moves. Oh my gosh. 94 hit power, 84 power, 91 finesse, 83 block shed, 93 pursuit, 93 play rec. He's going to be the best defensive tackle in the country. So can't wait to see Edwards do some work. Kroom, his redshirt senior year, +5 boost. Love it for Kroom. 87 in terms of his strength. He's easily the strongest defensive lineman we've got in terms of who's really going to play. Really like Kroom. The guy who's not shown here in the training results is one of the freshmen. His name's Rashid Price. White guy named Rashid. Who knew? He's actually a 75 overall also. So between him, Carpenter, Taylor, Kroom, it's going to be a battle to see who's going to be starting next to Jamari Edwards throughout the year. And we might cycle. I'm really interested. We've got some interesting candidates to be in this spot. So Taylor, I also like. 87 strength. A little bit slower at 70 overall. He's actually much faster than Kroom, though. Kroom is slow as shit. 6'2", 294. Kind of like him. No awareness, though. That's kind of a problem. That's the reason why he's so low, for sure. Okay, Carpenter, Kaufman, Taylor, Kroom, all +5s. DTs had a good year. Let's check out the linebackers. Returner, Tyreek Bell. Slid him over to left outside linebacker. He's taken over on the left side. True senior. Tiny, man. 6'2", 212. That's a little fella. But he's a good athlete, decent enough speed, solid awareness. I don't think he's going to blow us away with anything special. 76 on his tackle. Play rec and pursuit. He's fine. He's fine. He's that fine, linebacker 3 that every team needs. Had 34 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. He's whatever. He's fine. We can replace him. I'm really curious to see about this Kieran Martin, though. We moved him from strong safety down to linebacker. Undersized, but somehow bigger. Undersized, but somehow bigger than Bell. About the same athlete, just not as aware. Caught the red shirt last year. Decent in coverage. Decent as a tackler. Interested to see this guy. Eli Neal gets a +5. Love us some Eli Neal. Absolutely love us some Eli Neal. Hubbard, not brothers. Okay, good to know. Good to know that the Hubbard guys are not actually brothers. +5. Up 1 on his speed, unfortunately. +5 on his awareness. Let's see where he's at. Tackle 79, play rec 81, pursuit 86. Still solid, only okay in coverage. Finesse moves up to 82. The true junior coming back after the best linebacker of the year award. With the stronger Jamari Edwards and a better DT next to him, I think we're going to see Eli Neal make even more plays next year. I think we are. Abraham Bowe playing is back. +5 for him, up to 82 overall. Still slow as molasses. Craziness, 73. Not great, but he's a great awareness. He's a student of the game. Tackles up to 83, block shed up to 83. Not much in coverage, 73 and 71 in coverage, but he can hit you. Decent strength, decent power moves. He's a really solid, strong side linebacker, and that's what he's been, and I'm excited that he's back. I'm glad he didn't go anywhere. +5 for him. Jacorian Anderson, right outside linebacker of the future next year. Decent athlete, decent awareness already, up to a 72 with a +4. I'll take it. Jacorian's going to be in line to play after Abraham, so it's a good offseason for him. Your 1,500 points of offseason recruiting, did you spread the wealth or blow your load on a couple dudes? I would say I blew it on 4 dudes. 3.5. We tried to blow it on the 5-star wide receiver who we didn't get. We tried to blow 1,000 on one of the offensive linemen who we didn't get, but the other 2, a couple guys we put 2,000, 2,500 in, we did get those guys, and I'll show you them here in a bit. Gilmore, +4. It's kind of weak for Gilmore. He didn't have a ton of room to grow, but he also didn't have a great season. He's got crazy stats. I mean, his athleticism is really solid. He's fine. Awareness 99, man coverage 96, 94, 96. Play rec 93, pursuit 97. I mean, absolutely insane. Really love the stats off of Gilmore. Here was his stats last year. 34 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 6 deflections. We got to have more, though. We got to have more out of Gilmore. Have to. He's just not producing to be so good. He's got to be better. Micah Abraham, he was that rotational, like, kind of depth safety last year, up to a 77. He needs a little bit more speed, but he's a decent athlete still. I'll take it. Here's Micah's stats. Had 21 tackles, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and 1 interception. I think it was in the final game of the year. Man coverage, zone coverage equal. Can press you a little bit. Play rec's okay. Decent tackler at 70 overall. I'll take it. Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's not an ideal corner 2. And against faster teams, we'll see. Maybe Josh Bowers, the senior, 94 speed, the 95 speed, the punt returner. Maybe he needs to play. A little bit more size to him. We'll see about Josh Bowers, but Abraham, I'll take it. We're really old. We're really old in the secondary, and we're going to need a handful of corners. We're really going to need some corners this year. So we'll just have to see how that works. Josh Bowers gets a +4. Some speed, a little bit of strength. He's just crazy athletic. Let's see about his coverage. He had 15 tackles, 2 assisted. Didn't get a lot of playing time. He was, I think, cornerback 5 last year. Man coverage, zone coverage, low 70s, catching low 70s. Pursuit 94, jumping 93. So a heck of an athlete. Probably going to lead you in deflections, but can't really cover. So we'll have to see. True senior. Okay, here we go. E.J. Jackson stepping in for Nazi Johnson. +6 up to a 75 overall, 86 speed. Solid. Good acceleration, good agility. Great awareness. Obviously, we'll take that. E.J. Decent in coverage. Not a great tackler, 57 overall, but he's all right. Mid to low 70s for all the coverage stats. Pursuit at 90, jumping at 83. I think he's going to be okay. 6'2", 179. Only got 1 tackle, 1 interception. That's funny. Made a huge play for us, apparently. We'll have to see. Malcolm Folk is also there. A little bit slower. This is the other transfer we got. We got him from Syracuse. And obviously, he slots perfectly in terms of depth and what we need. He'll fight with Jeremy Smith to be backup safety. Irving Johnson Jackson. I love it. E.J. Jackson. Irving Johnson Jackson. I'll take it. I think Johnson Jackson will start. We'll see about Folk. I really like him. I like that he transferred, but his training results weren't as good as I wanted. He didn't play last year at Syracuse. Similar. Kind of a poor awareness, decent tackling, decent coverage. Pursuit's okay. Stamina and injuries fine. 6'1", 200. He kind of feels a little bit more like a linebacker. Maybe he's a backup linebacker for us. We'll see. This is interesting. Strong safety. Redshirt senior Naquan Reynolds gets a +5. A much better athlete. Great awareness. He's filling in for Brandon Drayton. But also at 76 overall is redshirt freshman Josh Hardiman, who projects to be a hard-hitting strong safety. I'm really curious to see how these stats stack up. So let's see. I don't care about the spin and the juke or any of that. Here's the catching, spec catch, rating. No, I don't care about that. Tackling. Both 70 tackles, both about the same in hit power. Pass rush moves, finesse moves, block shed. Pursuit is about the same. Play rec, man coverage, zone coverage. Hardiman. Ooh. Hardiman, a much better cover safety. Can press. Hardiman, 6'2", 206, freshman. Kind of might need to play. He's a little bit slower, but he can tackle and cover, and he's much younger. Would love to see him get some reps. So that was a great offseason for him, +6 overall. JoJo Evans, depth piece, not really a factor in here. I'm thinking. So A, Reynolds spells his name weird. B, he's old regime, Cutsville. He's probably going to make the team just because of how bad the team is, but I might be right there with you in terms of how good he is in the secondary and if he actually makes some plays. I think Reynolds might lose his seat to a younger gun. Okay, no kicker because we brought him in as a true freshman. We got a 79 overall kicker, true freshman. I think he was a top 10 kicker in the country, which is great. He's going to be good for us. And then Ciucci. We got freaking Ciucci in the building, +5 up to a 79 overall. That's actually really, really good for Shane. Super happy about that. Let me see. 80 up to an 84 in his kick power, 75 in his kick accuracy. So that's actually really good. Both of our specialists are going to be 79 overall, which I'm happy about. Redshirt junior Ciucci. We definitely punt the ball. We do punt the ball, so I'll take it. I will take it. That's the training results. I think, what's up next? Depth chart? Yeah, cut players. That's it. Frank says, speed not there, but you're not in the SEC yet. I know, that's true. We don't have a ton of speed on this roster, but we don't necessarily need it, right? We don't necessarily have to have it. Also, I love how fast we go through the menus in this game. Fantastic. Cutsville time. I think all 4 quarterbacks are in. Here's James Fuqua, 4-star. Quarterback 1 of the future, 88 speed, not quite as agile or have the quickness, but he's going to be solid. And I actually am really excited to see Cam Fancher. I want to see him throw the ball a little bit. Scrambler out of Huber Heights, Wayne. It's our boy Braxton Miller, went to Huber Heights. So we'll see, but James Fuqua, solid. Only 2 cuts? Yeah, I'm excited. And one of the cuts is going to be a tight end. So I can already go there. Look, let's check it out. 40 overall, random dude they threw on. Sorry, Robert. Later. Only 1 cut is really what we need to do. He was an obvious one. Quarterback, I feel okay. If Grant Wells goes down, this is a little bit of one game or multiple games. I feel okay. Let me see real quick on the throw power. These guys are decently athletic with each other. Yeah. 85 throw power, 77 coming in the door day 1. I will take it from the true freshman Fuqua out of Westerville. SEC, I do like the SEC. I know Kangwin. Maybe one day we'll get there. Coach Sherrod Mayo went to Tennessee. You never know. He might find himself back in the SEC at some point. Well, I just have to see. Rasheen Ali up to an 89 overall. Here was crazy one. Sheldon Evans +6 got himself up to an 83. I thought he was just going to get bullied out of the way by Jeff Clemens. But Jeff at 79 coming in with no training results. I mean, Sheldon Evans makes a strong case to keep getting some playing time, especially as a redshirt senior. So, yeah, we're solid at halfback. I think here we're going to need to figure out which one needs to go. McDaniel at the 78 overall. I might just redshirt him. He hasn't been redshirted yet, and we're losing Evans. So theoretically, if we don't cut McDaniel, but if we redshirt McDaniel, it'll set us up for 4 returning halfbacks. We wouldn't even need to get a halfback in the next class. So that's interesting for me. But I like this. I think the top 3 here are going to be really good. Isaiah Bishop. We just have to hang on to him. We had to just throw somebody a 1-star in. We actually did recruit this guy, but we needed a fullback, so we had to have him. I didn't want them to stash a 40 overall fullback on the roster. So he's on there. I think our cut's probably going to come from here, to be honest. Just not Bama. I will cheer for you to lose every game if you go to Bama. I promise I won't go to Bama. You couldn't pay me to go to Bama if Coach Mayo ends up going to the SEC at some point. Gamage up to an 88 overall. John Bass, true freshman, 4-star from Miamisburg, steps in. He's probably going to start at wide receiver 2. I like Keaton. Keaton's been fine, but I just think that Bass is just too good. We got to do it. I don't want 10 wide receivers. No, I think 10 wide receivers is probably enough. The problem with the wide receivers, too, is none of them can cover. So none of these dudes can freaking do anything. It's just the worst. It's the worst. Go to Michigan. No chance in hell, TK. Am I going to Michigan? Just. Bama and Michigan will never, ever, ever, ever happen. No. Let's see. So, Scarcelli, I think Ahmed is probably our best bet. Because Scarcelli is a slot guy who actually has decent route running, and 86 speed is like fine. But Ahmed at 83 as a redshirt junior, a white guy wearing 19 at wide receiver is gone. I honestly, he's on the list. I like McMillan. I think McMillan, even though he's listed here as the third one, I think he actually plays over all these other guys. I think your top 4 is Gamage, Bass, Keaton, and McMillan at wide receiver. Definitely. Those are your top 4. And then whoever's left of Scarcelli and Ahmed probably is next. But some of these guys, Jack Stakem, wearing number 30. Jack Stakem, 80 speed. Isn't that crazy? These are guys in real life. These are real life guys. Any of those guys junior red shirts? Yeah, I mean, any of those junior red shirts is probably good to get cut. But look at that. That's just crazy. Crazy to have a white guy number 30, 80 speed. I feel like he might be out of here. If Stakem had more strength, I would try him at fullback. I missed him on position changes, but maybe. Tommy Chambers, a 3-star freshman. Love him. Love his game. To be honest, I would love to see Ahmed go. I actually had him on the field for a couple plays last year, and he didn't do much. He ran the ball once too, as well, I believe. So 1 catch for 6 yards, and 1 carry for 8 yards. That's it. That's all he was able to muster for us. And he doesn't give me much as a route runner. Doesn't give me much with speed. Not elusive. I think Ahmed's the guy. Yeah, I think Ahmed's the guy we're going to dip. Roster's down to 70. Handful of freshmen down here. We'll lose Scarcelli. And that's it. So we're going to be stuck with these wide receivers forever. Stuck with them forever. Okay. Miller, Hagler, Richardson at tight end. That's fine. Happy with that. Driscoll and Woods. Woods, the freshman. We need him to develop quickly because yikes. Left tackle. This guy, Ethan Driscoll, 6'9", 323. Jesus, what a hoss. Excited to see him at left tackle. 88 strength. Yeah. This one's going to be a tough one. We'll watch this one throughout the spring. Which one? Osborne, McGee. I take none of those wide receivers could play secondary. None of them had coverage skills. Yeah, we'll look. Yeah, our best coverage skill would have been McMillan, who I actually like at wide receiver. I don't want him in the secondary. He's the only big body outside of Gamage that we have. Yeah, so Scarcelli technically, I guess, a little bit could have played some DB, but it wouldn't have been any good. So, let's see, where was the tackle rating at? Can any of these guys tackle? No. Yeah, none of them can tackle. None of them can cover. I'm going to keep Scar just for now because I already trimmed it to 70. But Scar definitely, he could have been cut. He could have earned a cut for himself. Definitely. Okay, left guard. We'll see which one of these guys plays. Basically the same skill set. One's a little bit stronger. A little bit more athletic out of the senior. Maybe Osborne sits just one more year. Everhart, redshirt freshman. This guy had a +7 boost and actually looks like kind of decent now. So I'm excited to have Chris be the starter. He'll be fine. Jack Murphy, redshirt freshman at right guard. There's a good chance that the loser of the McGee-Osborne fights with this guy to be the right guard starter. We'll see. This is also a chance where maybe Joe Graham, true freshman, comes in and plays, the 3-star that we liked. He was a +6 gym. Maybe he just starts over the other guy. We'll just have to see. He's got much more acceleration. So, center dude will be up to the mid-80s. I know. I think so too. I think by the time he graduates, he's going to be really good. He had a +7 for Everhart. That's crazy. Tackle looking a little questionable. We're going to need an impact tackle or two in the class next year because Tucker and Sartor are both old and not great. And the guy we got last year was a depth project piece. So he won't be ready to go for a very long time. Left end. This one is probably one of my favorite battles. I'm really curious to see what happens with this Owen Porter, Aiden Hubbard, Kobe Cumberlander battle. 76, 77, 78 respectively for those three ends. I think the best two, the two most productive, they play. So we'll see. We also added Nathan Barry, true freshman, 68 overall. It's a great starting spot for him. I think he's got a decent little skill set. He'll develop over time. I like him a lot. Here's a fun one. Price. Edwards, Price, Kroom, Carpenter, Taylor. And it really is a 4 or 5 man race to see who's going to be in the mix next to Edwards at TT. I can't wait to figure out who's going to play. Really, really love Price's athletic profile. But the 57 awareness, especially with a guy like Kroom who's stronger. Even if he's slow, he's more of a plugger. So we'll see. Lots of young linebackers. Cedric Smith, Juco Morrison is a junior. Definitely not going to make the roster, just depth fillers, but Smith might be okay. We'll see about Smith in time. Bell's the starter there. We add Lamont Carter, who was our first commit in the Gerard Mayo era. He's going to be backing up our boy, Eli Neal. And for some reason, the game threw us Jason Brown, a 44 overall. So we've got a trash linebacker in the mix hidden here. But it's fine. I'm not worried about it. We'll make it work. Beauplan and Anderson at right outside linebacker. Beauplan's going to be fine there. Gilmore, Abraham, Bowers, Smith, and Ward. Ward, the freshman. Need some more corners in the next class. Yeah, walk on. Walk on. Ernie Johnson Jackson, is that what we called this guy? EJJ? Irving Johnson Jackson, that's right. Irving Johnson Jackson. Got a chance to start. We'll see how he plays. We'll see about Folk as well. Hardiman and Reynolds. I think Hardiman is already going to be the guy. I think he really is. Hardiman's already kind of penciled in the top spot. And there's our cuts. We're down to 70. That's our Marshall team for this year. I love it. Magic Jackson. I like that. So, okay. Here's where I think I need the input from you guys first. The next phase is custom conferences. I think in real life, Marshall has moved to a new conference. And I'm curious to see if that's something we should consider. Or if we should just stay in Conference USA and bop the heads of FAU and win the conference title for the first time. Because if I remember correctly, in real life, Marshall, I know for a fact they just changed conferences. They are now going to be in the Sun Belt. They're going to be in the Sun Belt. Let me swap with two hands. So the Sun Belt has this. I know they moved in real life. I would rather be in Conference USA. Arkansas State, Georgia State, Louisiana, South Alabama, Texas State, Troy. What was that? Louisiana, Monroe, Western Kentucky. Yeah, I think if you guys are okay with it, I think I'd rather stay in and win Conference USA, even if it's not the most realistic thing that ever happened. I also know Grant Wells in real life transferred out of Marshall. We don't talk about that very often, but Grant Wells left. He's at Virginia Tech. So I'm okay keeping the suspended reality, if that's okay with you guys. Go independent and make your entire schedule. I really want a conference win. I want to win a conference championship, like for real. So I think for now, I'd rather stay in Conference USA and have a conference title and do it that way. Here's the rules. No protected rivals, no night games in November, weekday games any day of the week. Start conference games week 1. I hate that. Location for conference championship game. Best conference record hosts. East and West are the division names. Protected rivalries don't include anybody from us. So I'm okay with that. I want to win Conference USA. I want a real conference championship. And I don't think the Sun Belt helps us. I think it's better to stay here with these guys. So change week 1 conference. I think they played in these small conferences. Like, I kind of don't want to touch it if that's the way that they actually did it. Like, if that's the way Conference USA really schedules it, I'd rather keep it the way it is versus change it up, even though I know we hate it. Not a fan. BCS Bowl tie-ins. Automatic qualifier for the BCS Bowls. Slots at large. Okay. Conference rules. This is our conference. Okay. So I don't care about changing any of the other conferences. I think I'm cool with that. I think we stay in Conference USA and we try to win it for real this time, even though we have no offensive line. Moving on to the preseason. Let's get this schedule squared away. Let's talk about some of these teams. Figure out who we should play. Set up the recruiting board. And then I want to get into some spring football. I want to play with some of these guys and see how they feel. Appreciate you guys being here. 10:15 p.m. on the East Coast. Late night on a Sunday. You guys are the bomb. Okay, first, I think we go through the red shirts. Figure out the depth chart officially, and then we'll look at the schedule. Fuqua's the only one who can be redshirted, but I think he's got to play. With his athleticism, I think he's got to stay. If something happens to him, I do not like Zaban. I'd much rather have Fuqua behind Wells. So I think he stays. I really like Clemens. And I think I'd rather have Clemens around for an extra year. Clemens isn't quite the athlete McDaniel is. But I don't want to lose McDaniel around the same time we lose Ali and lose Evans. So I think we are going to redshirt McDaniel, unless anybody has any objections. We'll hang on to McDaniel for an extra year. We'll let these 4 run the rock. And then that way when Evans leaves, it'll be another 3-man race to get snaps behind Ali or with Ali. Isaiah Bishop. Got to play him, unfortunately. Bass at a 78. I think we got to start the rookie Bass. I think rookie Bass has got to play. Because Keaton is not that dynamic. I mean, Bass is the fastest wide receiver we've got. He's kind of got to be the guy early. One of the guys. Can't redshirt any of these other guys. And Tommy Chambers, the freshman, he's not going to see any playing time. And we need him to sort of develop his speed. He's the quickest player on the team from Texarkana. I think we need his quickness and route running in the future. But with Keaton and Scarcelli and McMillan, he's probably not going to be sort of in the mix at all. So we'll go with Chambers. Redshirt Chambers. Can't redshirt any tight ends. I think we're definitely going to redshirt Mike Woods. We have a couple tackles on the other side that could definitely play behind Driscoll if something happened. And we need him to have a little more seasoning. He's a project. Neither of these guys can be redshirted. Neither of the centers. Joe Graham. I feel like Joe Graham is a good candidate for this redshirt. We've got two guys of similar skill at left guard. The loser of that can back up both positions. I think Graham needs a little extra help. Give him a little bit more time. Maybe he pushes Murphy to start next year. Maybe he gets that red shirt and he's better than Osborne in year 2. Would love that. Right tackle. Jones has to get a red shirt. He's a project. We need a lot of help. Can't redshirt either of the other guys. Nobody at defensive end there. Barry, definitely we're going to redshirt. We've got plenty of depth at DE. We're going to need him around a little longer. Can't redshirt Price. I think I'm like maybe, but I think realistically we should keep him in the mix. I like Price. I think he's going to be a good player. I don't think we redshirt him. He was a good guy for us. 3-star, Jim. Reward him. Get him. Let him at least fight for it. We could redshirt Bell, the senior, but I'm not going to do that. That's cold-blooded. I think we redshirt Morrison for depth. We redshirt Smith. We let Bell and Martin handle their things. I know. Yes, redshirt seniors at defensive tackle is my alert button is going off. We have got to get DTs. We need like 3 in the next class. We need a lot. Okay, we're going to redshirt both these linebackers. I'm going to redshirt... Actually, I'm not going to redshirt Carter. We're going to keep it rolling like this. I mean, technically, Jason Brown isn't going to make the team next year, so... You did cut a Heisman-winning quarterback. He transferred. We said he transferred. He didn't actually get cut. Or did we say he got drafted? That's what it should have been, because he would have left. There's no way he would have stayed. So he doesn't really count. I don't think we can redshirt any of the other corners. I think they all have to go and play other than Ward. We need cornerbacks because we're losing 2. And we need defensive tackles. Big time. A lot of defensive help. Irving Johnson Jackson. He's got to be the starter or fighting. So he's going to play. Can't get anybody at secondary and both of our specialists we need. Okay, so there's all of our red shirts. Solid, I like it. We'll worry about the depth chart later. Custom schedules. Strength of schedule is an F. Magic Jackson. It's a pretty good name. Okay, so let's see. Miami, then Ohio, Akron, Louisville in a rematch, UTEP, UCSA, Middle Tennessee State, Tulsa, UAB, Florida Atlantic, FIU, ECU in a rivalry game, conference championship week. Okay, let's see. I don't mind the Louisville matchup. They're pretty good. I hate this Akron matchup. I don't mind the Ohio matchup because I think Ohio is interesting, especially as a rivalry that we face every year. And I'm open to ditching the Miami of Ohio game. So I think the Akron game and the Miami of Ohio game can be spots where we can help ourselves. So let's see who's available in week 1. Bama, Baylor, Clemson, Florida, Georgia, Kansas State, Ohio State. I'm not ready for the smoke. UCLA, Texas, USC, Utah State, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, Washington. Those are the top 25s. Interesting. Lots of little options. I feel like Utah, that's a sneaky... We could fucking go out there and beat the hell out of them real quick. Come home. riding our high horse. I'm not afraid of Utah. UCLA, not afraid of UCLA. Yeah, I'm kind of, my gut's telling me Utah, unless there's somebody else that anybody else feels strongly about. I think going to Utah to open the season would be cool. And yeah, I think going to Utah would be cool. What about, yeah, that's for schedule. I wish we could change time. Yeah, we can't change the time of the game. That'd be cool. Open week 2, week 3 at home against OU. I don't want the smoke from Ohio State. I don't want the Ohio State smoke. What week is this? This is week 4. Week 4 before a matchup with Louisville. Iowa State, Kansas State, Michigan, and Michigan State. I wouldn't mind one of those. I think that'd be kind of fun to go up to the mitten and play somebody. Ohio State's still available. Anybody else down low? Wake Forest and Washington. I think we take one of the mittens. Michigan did just win the national championship, but I would rather have the Spartans. I'd rather go to the Spartans. Our strength of schedule quickly jumps up to a C-. 2 top 15, 2 top 11 matchups. We could mess around and try to fight Arizona State instead of Louisville. The rematch against Louisville, like, we just played them, and it's not really a rivalry. I'm not really, like, worried about it. NC State, I think, would be a fun one. North Carolina. Pitt. Top 5 Pitt. Was Auburn on that list, Kingwin? Auburn's not ranked. They are on the list. Yeah, Auburn is on the list. I could go to Auburn. I don't know if it helps my strength of schedule very much. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But if you want to see it, we could do it. I would want to move it, though. I don't know if I want to do 3 straight road games. Let me see if I can put it in week 8. Can I put it in week 8? Yeah, I can. We'll go to Auburn in between conference games. I don't love not having a bye week, but I don't want to do 3 straight road games, and I want to play Auburn at Auburn. It's only fair. Okay, I kind of like that. It'd be cool. We'll go to Auburn. Yep. Go to Auburn, go to Michigan State, go to OU, or host OU, have Utah, and then we get Florida. We go on the road to Florida Atlantic and UAB and Tulsa. Damn, why'd they do 3 straight road games? Trying to beat us up down the stretch, man. That's messed up. UTSA. How many home games do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 home games. I can't unlock a few of them. Jordan Hare's a gorgeous stadium. It is a really cool stadium. I do like it. I wish the conference schedule was a little bit more balanced. So I'm doing 3 road games. Maybe we switch up this first one. Maybe yeah, we would get screwed out of end of the season recruiting. I know. Last couple weeks here, 10, 11, 12 are key, and the conference schedule makers just screwed us. I wonder if I play somebody else ranked at home to start the year. Somebody like not on Utah's level. Like who would come? Like Wake Forest would come to Marshall, right? UCLA maybe. Would they drive to West Virginia? Fly to West Virginia? NC State would. They're kind of close. Yeah, like what if we did this? What if we did an NC State at home? That way, because like I want as many home games as I do away games. At least something close. I like that. I mean, it's a similar switch. It's a similar switch. NC State in place of Utah on the road, just because I want to make it somewhat even. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home games, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away games. It's perfect. It's perfect because I think a team like NC State would come to Marshall versus like, you know, somebody else wouldn't even do it. Still 10 through 12 are away. I know. I don't love that 10 through 12 are away. And I can't do anything about that. They locked that. That's like, unless I want to reset the whole schedule, which I don't want to. That's just how the cards fell, unfortunately, for us. Let's keep it. I like it. I like it. Now let me see. Start season. Does it let us? Yeah. I wonder. Let me see this depth chart. Let's take a look at this depth chart real quick, because then I want to practice. I want to get into some actual football and see how these guys go. Oh, you can't see the lock behind me. Yeah, it had little red locks for all the conference games. This looks good. Wells, Fuqua, Zaban, Clemens, Evans, Ali, Bishop at fullback, Gamage, Keaton, Bass. I think we're running Bass. Wide receiver 2, Keaton. I kind of like McMillan over Devin Miller. Just for the speed and the height. And they're about the same height. Yeah, I think I'd rather do that than Scarcelli. I think I'd rather have Devin Miller catching passes because he's a better route runner than Scarcelli. I like it. Bass and Keaton. We'll see who takes over the second wide receiver spot. Miller, Hagler, Driscoll's fine there. Tucker's the backup. McGee and Osborne, we'll see. Everhart, yes. Murphy's fine, we'll see. See if we like Osborne or Murphy better. Sartor gets a second chance to start after giving up 10 sacks in his first season. Yikes. Porter backed up by Gray. Cumberlander backed up by Gray. No, I don't want that. I want Porter. I want Gray to not back up either. I want Hubbard to back up both. Can we not substitute transfer? Oh no. I forgot you can't play instantly. I forgot there's the 1-year transfer rule. Oh shit. Yeah. So these guys have to sit a year. Hubbard's gonna miss a year because of the transfer. Damn. Damn. This whole time I was thinking we were gonna have him in the rotation. I know, that's not the portal. I forgot. I never got transfers in the past. Like, transfers when I was playing Dynasties with Ohio State were so rare that I never got them. So I was like, oh, it's whatever. I don't know. But I completely forgot that that's how the rule was. Son of a gun. I wish they would let you update it. It's going to be wild. The transfer stuff in the new college football game, I don't even know. I don't even know how they're going to do it. You're just going to have people flying everywhere. You're probably going to get like a notification in the corner that says like a new player's entered the transfer. And you can kind of like start to dialogue recruit him. Which would be kind of fun. You can do that all year long. I like that. All right, Bell. He's fine. Neal backed up by Anderson. I kind of like that. I like that. And Martin kind of in the mix. We'll see which one of those young guys. Both of them better than Carter, especially athletically. Okay, I'm fine with that. Bo playing backed up by Anderson. Anderson kind of is in all 3 spots. He's definitely the 4th linebacker. Gilmore, Abraham, Bowers, Smith, and Hardiman is the backup. I guess that's fine. Is there a faster DB who's not playing? Yeah, like Reynolds. Reynolds with the weird name. I'd rather have him in the mix there because he's not playing anywhere else. Jackson backed up by Hardiman. Who's the other backup? Folk. He can't play. He's a transfer. I forgot. Okay, so Hardiman's in the mix. Hardiman needs to start. He's starting over Reynolds. Yeah, we'll start Hardiman out first, and then we'll see. Hayes, Ciucci, kick returning by Bowers, backed up by Gamage. Maybe Gilmore? I wouldn't mind that. I'd rather see Gilmore out there than Gamage. Honestly. Excuse me. Yeah, I'd rather have Gilmore out there than Gamage. In terms of like the backup to Bowers. Kickoffs by Hayes is fine. Long snap by Everhart. Chilling. Okay, that looks good. I don't want to bore you guys with recruiting. I want to save that for the first episode. So I want to play some football first. Can we practice? Yeah, I want to see some practice. I want to see how people are playing. Transferring and paying college players for sponsorships sponsorships is going to get wild. Players can make more Players can make more while playing for big name colleges, which will be adding into the recruiting. I know, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely insane. It really is. Quarter length, 3 minutes. Partly cloudy in the same. That's fine. I just want to go a little offense, defense. See if we can get a feel for some of these kids. You know, just a little bit. The Nike football stadium. I just want to like go through random plays, I think, right? Can I do that? Is it gonna let me randomly pick plays? Oh, I want to see practice options. Yeah. Offense only. That's fine. But I wanted to see what were the other settings. Kickoff. Flip teams. Okay. Here's a couple plays. Let's just see a few. Stack mills. I want this to be random. How do I pick it? How do I make it random? Well, let's just try cover 3 to start. Man, this field is crazy. Can't see shit on this field. Keaton. Is that Keaton? Catch the ball. Kickoff? Are we kicking every play? Wait a minute. What's happening? You guys know how to do this? I don't think I can play in this black field either. We need to play in Marshall Stadium. Bowers. Does it flip me? Oh my God, I don't want to practice kickoffs. What are we doing here? Okay, hold on. I got to set practice up. You got to edit up some of those looks. I know, I do. I need to edit some players' looks too, especially some of the freshmen. But I just wanted to see how a couple players feel. Get a sense of how they're doing. I don't know how to make practice like different. Indoor practice field, outdoor practice field. This is so weird. In Orlando, Florida. Yeah, those are my only options for practice. Okay, I'm fine. Actually, I wouldn't mind an indoor field. That's cool. The field is fine. How do I change any other settings? I don't care about the difficulty. I care about, like, I don't want to have to pick the defensive play every time. No Revos, get some short socks. That's true. Yeah, no Revo helmets. Only the good helmets. We'll definitely be doing some of that. The Marshall indoor facility looks cool. All right, I'm trying to figure out can I just run random plays and have the defense run random plays? Green nine. Is that not a thing? 7, Rasheen Ali in the pass game. It's gonna run the same play over time? I thought practice was different than this. New play. Oh, you can run the same play over and over? That's so bizarre. Easy. Flare. Huh. Flare. Easy. Curl stick. Flare. Who we got? McMillan out there. Keaton, Bass with the 80 jersey. I don't hate it. Oh, good D. Was it Eli Neal on my boy? Wow, good D by Bowers. Bowers has a star under his name. Interesting. Can Gamage get off on the slant, please? Gamage. Nice catch in traffic, Corey Gamage. Ooh wee. I do want to change up the play from here and now. Would love to. Gamage on the run. I thought you could just do this at random. I thought you didn't need to. Uh-oh. Eli Neal in the middle. Yikes. I guess I have to come in here every time, huh? These are controls. Motion sensor. I don't want that. Practice options. New play. Yeah, this is interesting. I didn't know you had to go through it like this. I don't want to have to pick the same play every time. But That's all right. We'll make something work. Let's see. Recent plays. Formation. Do I even have my my correct playbook? Yeah, this is decent. Gambler. Let's try Gambler against cover 2. This is not the Gambler play I called. Jesus, game. A little draw to Ali, though. A little draw to Ali. All right, let's see if we can get Bass the ball. Let's see how he's running his routes. How is he against the coverage? Cover 2, no love. Had to check to Ali. I wish I didn't know what the defense was. I wish I had to, like, read and react to the play. That'd be lovely. Oh, this is with the offense only. I see. If you want to just run the plays without defense out there. I see. Interesting. Yeah, this is like walkthrough. I don't want to just walk through. It's funny. I didn't know you could do that either. Offense and defense. Definitely. We need some more shoes out here too, by the way. More interesting shoes. Trips. Read special. Cover 3. Oh, nice ball over the middle. McMillan. Okay. Great touch by Grant. Let's see, slide the protection. Great throw on the backside to Gamage. Did he drop it? No, he's got it. Okay. 4 verts. Swap it. Yeah, this is against cover 3. This is a decent matchup for us. Wow, they carried McMillan. Big dog in the middle. I feel like we're gonna like McMillan a little bit. He can do a few things for us. He can do a few things for us. Yeah, he definitely can. Good size. Uh-oh. I was gonna say that was bad. Bowers underneath it. Easy throw to Gamage. Yeah, I wish I had a few more plays in the playbook. Oh, touch. As he gets hit, McMillan. I can't throw the ball at anybody else. They're just like D'ing me up. See if we can get this ball to Bass on the sideline. Toe tap it. The freshman. Making freshman plays. Wow, great play by Hardiman, number 33. That's a great number for him. That's a great number for him. Inside give to Ali, breaks a tackle. Ali's going to be fine. O-line, holding up so far. Let's run a play action pass out of this. Fake the pressure. Wow, good strong throw in there to Bass. The deep in between the defenders. They stuck on the check down. I'd love to get Gamage the ball on the outside, right? Like, realistically. No, I wanted a play action. There we go. Little switch release on the left side. Corey Gamage all day. Yes, sir. A little quarterback run with Wells. Let's see how he runs it. How's he look? Oh, this is a speed blast. That quarterback blast, there's no delay. He's free. Go get you some, McMillan. Oh. That ball threw him upfield a little bit more than I wanted. I see John Bass on the sideline. Ah, Wells with the high and wide. Let's try it again. Is he in bounds there? I don't know. All right, we'll run this for a few more minutes. Just want to see if we can get a couple more throws in. I'll pick a new play here in a second. It's a great in route, John Bass. Good little stiff arm. 80 looks good on him. He looks fine with 80 on. Not mad about it. All right, let's pick something else on the offense here. Bunch quads, that's cool. I like that. Inside post, love that play. Let's do a little man. See how we release. John Bass doesn't get off the middle. Keaton up the middle, though, does. Great hit by Hardiman. This play is broken. Keaton just absolutely buzzes whoever up the middle. Devin Miller out the back. Up the side. That's a tough matchup for Ali coming all the way up the middle. There's a deflection by Gilmore. We lob that ball up. Let's see. What kind of play action pass do we have out of here? We don't. There's a deep play. Uh-oh. I wish Gamage, when you switch onto him, he would make a contested catch. I would love that. I absolutely love that. Ooh, Bass on the comeback. I like that, John Bass. Ooh, John Bass. Okay. What kind of quick pass we got, John Bass? You get off the press coverage. He gets off it late. We lob it up the middle. Enough protection to get the slant. Let's see. I would love to see him get a press release. Oh, he did. Can he go make a contested catch? Does not jump for the ball. That's going to be an interesting situation for us. Oof. Grant. Not there yet with the on-the-run throwing. Yeah, I like John Bass on the comeback route. That's a good looking route from the freshman. He looks really solid there. Let's see what else we got. Let's see curl stick against man coverage. Gamage into coverage. Gilmore all over him. Tough. Oh, Wells on the run. Ooh, I see you, Grant. Okay. All right, let me edit a couple players, and we'll call it a day. We got the schedule ready to go. We've got our depth charts sort of figured out officially. We will be all set. I'm fired up. I am fired up. I'll work on the recruiting. We'll have that sort of ready to go for the first official episode. In the meantime, let me take a look at this roster. Make sure everybody looks good. Some of these new future starters. I like Wells's look. Evans and Ollie look fine. Let's make sure Clemens is good. 23. Number 23 for Jeff Clemens. I like his look overall. It's not bad. His appearance is fine. I think he looks good. The Speed Robot face mask, which that was not the Speed Robot. Kind of broken. Speed Robot 2, I think, looks a little better for the running back. Yeah, definitely not the 3-bar. Oh, we could do the running back 3-bar. That's fine. We're a Nike school, though. Yeah, we're a Nike school. Nike visors only. Okay. Sleeves tight. Vapor flies. Generic Audi Zeros. Okay, so those are the ones, those are the options you have. It's not a ton. I actually don't mind the Under Armour greens. They're a little, like the green's a little off, isn't it? Yeah, the green color is like a little off because the New Jersey colors got in there. I think he's okay. I don't think he needs anything else. We can maybe do some tape, but let's go low socks. Yeah, low socks. Back plate's fine. Towel's fine. Jeff looks like a running back. Advance. Yeah. Okay, Jeff's ready to roll for the season. Let's get John Bass squared away. John cannot have that helmet. He cannot have that as his face mask. Speed Robot 2 might be fine. I would love the 2-bar. Wish they had the 2-bar in this game. Nike visor. Yeah. Let's see. Sleeves, short. I almost like him in like a long sleeve situation. Or a top half kind of thing. The 3/4 sleeve white might work. Yeah. Maybe we go no tape on the wrist or light. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine for a white wide receiver. I like it. I don't mind that at all. Go the Jordan gloves. Go some low socks. Kind of generic low cut. Just the Nike low cuts in the mids. The only options we got. Yeah, I forgot how few options you had in this game. It's all right. He looks fine. I don't want to mess with his stats. Okay. The speed robot. I keep hitting back instead of advance. Okay, John Bass is ready to go. Devin Miller was good. Driscoll I might want to touch. Starting left tackle. You got to look a little bit clean. The full cage. Maybe he'll go just the 3-bar? The 3-bar linebacker. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good offensive lineman. I like the lower, the taped up gloves. He needs the offensive lineman gloves. Oh yeah. Yeah. I like it. Low socks on the mid cuts. Yeah. Show us your calves, big dog. He's got the towel in. He looks ready to play some ball. Ethan Driscoll, 6'9", ready to roll. Chris Everhart. I want to make sure he looks good too. Oh, he does look good. He came out looking good already. Full cage is fine, I think. I mean, I do like the 3-bar linebacker. I want to make sure, what handedness is he? Because I want to make sure his snapping hand is the correct hand. Okay, so he's right-handed, so he's gonna go no glove on the right hand. Yeah, no glove on the right hand. Because that's the snapping hand. We got to make sure we're ready. Ooh, maybe we just go with like the light glove. The wristband might not be a bad idea. Yeah, the wristband on the snapping hand. That's it. Everything else is taped up. He's got the glove. He can keep the mid socks. I'm with it. Looks good. Chris is ready to roll. We'll worry about Aiden Hubbard later. Let's look at Rashid Prince. Damn, he looks slight. He looks really slight right there. He's already got the 3-bar linebacker. We are going to give him the visor. I feel like I want him to have like real pass rusher arms. You know? I think I want him to have like the bottom half. Yeah, the bottom half black. Look like a real pass rusher. We don't need the tape. 93. He's a DT. Yeah, he's a defensive tackle, so he can handle the 93. I do like the Under Armours, but maybe the Jordans? The Jordans are fine. I don't need any bicep bands. Yeah, he looks solid. I like a DT with the low. This is a Sheldon Richardson look with the half on the DT. Yeah. Sheed Price, clean. I don't want to touch Carpenter and Kroom. Bell's fine. Beauplan's fine. Who else is going to play? We got to touch EJ Jackson. We got to touch Magic Jackson and Hardiman. Those are the last two we'll mess with. Make sure they look good. Irving Johnson Jackson. That's so funny. Should you have an Ion face mask just to look a little bit different? It's a little different. Pimp out Magic. I'm gonna give him a black visor, 100%. He might do this specialized Ion 4D with the 2-bar. I just want to make sure. I don't even remember what all they have in this game. The standard shuts, the Revos, the DNAs. That's right, the DNAs. And the Revo speeds. Yeah, okay. So I like this with... Can I do a dark Nike visor? Yes. Needs to be 32? Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call. Let's see. Oh, no. 32 is someone else. Yeah, 32's on somebody else. What if... Could he be 3? No. Questionable numbers. 21's not a bad number for a safety. I don't mind it. 31, 34. 21's a running back number. Yeah, 27's is a solid free safety number. Go 32. Go find 32 and change him. Okay. All right. I will. HBK, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Okay, I'll come back to Irving. I got to figure out who 32 is. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for stopping in. Welcome in. We're just tinkering with the roster, tinkering with the player likenesses just a little bit, getting ready for our second season with the Thundering Herd. I'm trying to find who number 32 is. I want to make sure we get my boy Frank the Tank squared away with his favorite player, Irving Magic Johnson. Oh, it's Kobe Cumberlander. That's okay. Kobe needs a different number anyway. Kobe's needed a different number in a while. We can make him 34. Shane Simmons' number? No, I don't really like... 43 is not bad. He's going to switch it up. 7 is a linebacker. He's actually 7 in real life, too. Yeah, 7 is a linebacker. The actual Abraham Beauplan wears 7. So I can't mess with that. That's his real thing. There we go. 32 for a right end. That's weird. Hey, the numbers that some of these guys choose for themselves are kind of strange. Okay. The Ion 40 with the dark visor. Looking obnoxious. And I think I want him to have the... Where is it? I think I want the tape. Jersey sleeves tight. Is this where I do the tape? I don't want bands. I want the full tape. Oh, where's the tape at? Is it in sleeves? Long, three-quarter top. How do we tape their arms? How do I tape him? Oh, is it sleeves? No, that's just the sleeves. I don't like taped wrists on a DB. That looks obnoxious. HBK, so good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. For real. It's probably under bicep band, isn't it? No, it's not. Might be a Madden thing. It's in this game for some players, but it doesn't look like it's in it for like a guy I can edit. It's like the guys that came in the game are like that. Hand warmer, towel, backplate. Backplate's fine. Hand warmer, no. We need low socks. No knee pads, no knee ankles, calf bands. Yeah, it's like I can't add it. I can't add him. It would be under sleeve. It's usually under sleeve. That's all right. I'll set him with like black. He needs like all black sleeves then. Match the black visor, just so he can bust somebody's head. He would have probably like basketball gloves. Yeah. That looks pretty clean. I just wish I could do the tape. Man, that sucks. I thought you could. I guess I can't customize, like guys already have it. Yeah. The all blacks, black visor, that really tight helmet. Irving Johnson Jackson looking clean. Oh, that's good stuff. Hardiman already looked kind of good, actually. See, look, there's the tape. That's the tape I want. I'm going to take the bicep bands off of Josh. But Josh looks good already. He's basically ready to roll. Let me see. Let me take this. I guess he would probably wear a speed robot. He would either wear a speed robot or this. I just hate that one. The 3 bar is way too low. He would need the running back 3 bar because he's a safety. Yeah, Hardman looks good. That's safe. That would be what a safety looks like. Taped wrist, normal. That's fine. I want these bands off. Those bands look obnoxious. He just needs the tape. This is what I wanted. This is all I wanted. Yeah, Josh looks great in the threes. The threes look great. I also like the taped light, just personally. I like it a little lower. I think that looks really good. And he also needs maybe the Under Armour gloves. Maybe the Audi Zeros. No, those look broken. O-line gloves look a little... the O-lineman gloves actually don't look bad. Especially in green and white. They're probably the closest green to our jersey green. Okay. Let's go low socks for him. Back plate. He probably need... he doesn't need a towel. He looks good. 33 on a safety is really clean. I will always be happy with 33 on a safety. So we got 33 and 32 out there roaming. That's what we got. With Naquan Reynolds. That's his backup. Kevin Hayes. I just wanted to make sure Kevin Hayes looked fine. He needs a different visor or a different helmet. We can have him in... Yeah, he can rock like the 2-bar from Ion. That's fine. Number 4 fits the kicker. That looks good. I don't care about the punter. All right, everybody's good. I think we're all set. I think we are all set. Yeah, I think we are ready to roll. So what I'll do is I'm going to save this actually real quick before I forget. I save it in a couple spots. I was practicing with an Ohio State Dynasty that I haven't messed with. All right, we got the double save going just in case. I'm going to set up the recruiting board prior to the start of the first game of the season, and then I'll start the next season, and then we'll be ready. We'll be off and rolling. I'm excited. Thank you guys for sticking in there. Thanks for the fun off-season stream. Definitely fun to get your input and have you guys sort of experience everything with me at the same time. I'm going to let you know when I'm going to edit up this off-season stream. I plan to edit this and trim it down. But depending on what's going on, I might actually just leave it up as a full stream and then just update you guys in the episodes. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Just a reminder, custom schedule. We're going to host NC State for week 1 in the next episode. And it's going to be a battle. Top 25 team coming to Huntington. That's what we got next. You guys are the bomb. I appreciate you. I love the support. Very grateful. Be sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a ton, especially on our road to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for all the love today. That's going to do it for our stream. And you guys rock. I'll catch you in future episodes. All right. Thank you for the love and support. Be good, y'all. All right. Peace.